So guys, today we got to talk about something, and Paige Bueckers in an interview literally exposed just how bad the referee's problem is. Like, she just exposed how bad it was in a pre-game.
The way referees have treated Caitlin Clark this season has gone from frustrating to downright disgraceful. Anyone closely following the WNBA can see this isn't just online noise or biased opinions. It's about clear, blatant missed calls happening in plain sight, leaving fans, coaches, and even opposing players stunned by the lack of fairness.
We're here to tell you, in the last 4 games, Caitlin Clark has only been to the foul line maybe 6 times. How do the most ball-dominant point guard only go to the foul line 6 damn times? I don't know what the situation is, if they just don't see the calls or they're just ignoring the calls. At the end of the day, there is a systematic issue wrong with the WNBA, the current state of their referees, and Caitlin.
This has gone beyond basketball. It's about fairness, protection, and respect for the league's biggest star. Caitlin Clark, a rookie with the courage to speak up, is calling out what everyone else has been too afraid to say. If you've watched her play this season, you've seen the uncalled fouls, the constant contact, the blatant hits, and the silence from officials. It's not just unfair, it's outrageous. And finally, someone with
the Paige Bueckers has come out and says she needs to relearn how to play defense while fouling more, because you can get away with everything with these referees. She literally said she had to forget. So basically, she had to relearn how to play defense while fouling. So, you know, everything you learn about defense, how to play while not fouling, how to move your feet, how to do all this. She had to throw out all the good defensive fundamentals that she'd learned. And now she had to learn to go foul.
Want proof? Just watch the game against Dallas. It was a masterclass in how not to officiate Caitlin Clark. She was hacked repeatedly, sometimes 5 times in a single possession, before a whistle was finally blown. Even the broadcast team couldn't hide their disbelief. When announcers are openly calling out missed fouls on live TV, it's no longer just poor officiating, it's a full-blown crisis.
Worst referees in sports are WNBA refs. There's NFL fans right now going, bleep? What? Did you see the refs chilling for the Chiefs again last year? And look, the referees in the NFL are god-awful, all right? But at least at times it doesn't seem like they're turning a blind eye to potential injury, for crying out loud.
Then came Paige Bueckers, and she didn't hold back. After going head-to-head with Caitlin Clark, she said what everyone else had been thinking: referees are letting players straight up assault Clark without consequence. Paige even admitted she had to adjust her defense because WNBA officials allow way more contact than college refs ever would. Let that sink in. A rookie pointing out that the pros are less disciplined than college ball. That's not just wrong, it's completely...
Here they're talking about this right here, where JJ was holding the arm, okay? Then they're talking about this moment right here too, right? She's reaching through the body, reaching both sides, both arms through the body right here. So they're talking about this one. They're talking about right here on the swat down. It looked like she hit her hand just a tad bit here. She was calling this a foul. This is Rebecca Lobo talking. Right, she called this a foul, and then we have this hit right here off JJ Quinterly, right on the arm right here. She called this a foul too.
And Paige didn't stop there, she flat out said it. She gets away with things in the WNBA that would have never flown at UConn. They don't care about freedom of movement like that, she explained. This wasn't just frustration after a tough game, this was the #1 draft pick, a future face of the league, calling out a serious problem. Paige has played at every level of elite basketball, and she knows what she's talking about. And the player taking the brunt of all this unchecked physicality, Caitlin Clark. Paige's words carry weight because she's respected.
I don't know. At this point, maybe NBA referees need to just ref Caitlin games. You know, no disrespect to nobody else, but hell, that's the only one everybody looking at anyways. They need to just do Caitlin games, bro. Because at this point, the way that they're missing these calls are just, it's starting to change the outcome of the game, and it's starting to look very bad, bro. I mean, very, very, very bad. And I don't know, bro. I don't know. Something has to be done. Let's pull up this article right now.
Paige even called it inhumane, the pressure Caitlin Clark faces every single night. And she's not wrong. The expectations are outrageous. If she doesn't go 8-4-10 from 3, people question her, Paige said. That's not just pressure, it's madness. What makes it worse is that Clark is carrying that weight while getting battered on the court with zero protection. She's playing through a blatant double standard, getting grabbed, held, shoved, and no whistle. But the moment she makes even the slightest contact, instant foul. It's not just unfair, it's insane, and it needs to stop.
She had to learn to go foul. Like, that is, in my opinion, one of the craziest statements I've ever heard a player ever. Like, you can see it here, so I'm not the only one. I couldn't find the clip. Ryan and Rebecca go and extend a rip at the foul. She was absolutely unbelievable. Good criticism. For Paige to say she had to relearn how to defend, to be less careful about fouling. That's not basketball. Like, people literally say, oh, it's physical basketball. No, you're just going around hacking people. You're just going around hacking people. That's not foul. That's not defense. Going around hacking people.
The Dallas game wasn't the first time Caitlin Clark was targeted, but it felt different because people finally started speaking up. Commentators didn't hold back, fans saw it clearly, and for the first time, another player, Paige Bueckers, said it out loud. When ESPN is replaying every missed call in slow motion, and opposing players admit they foul more because refs allow it, that's a major red flag. Coaches have voiced their frustration, fans have shouted online, but players most stayed silent until Paige. She broke that silence with clarity, detail, and truth. This wasn't a rant, it was a pointed breakdown of a broken system that rewards rough defense and punishes real skill. And she made sure the whole world heard it.
This picture that I just came across, I'm like, what are we doing? Kathy Engelbert, she came out, it ain't been that long ago, like 2 weeks ago. Refereeing's pretty good in this league. In what league? What league allows this? Can you tell me what kind of a move that Ryan Howard's doing here to Caitlin Clark? What is that move?
This isn't about treating Caitlin Clark like she's fragile, she's anything but. She's tough, resilient, and playing like a superstar, dropping dimes, hitting threes, and willing her team to victory while getting physically punished night after night. But this is about more than one player, it's about protecting the integrity of the game. When officials stop enforcing the rules, it invites dirty play, punishes skill, and turns the sport into chaos. Clark's grit is legendary, but she shouldn't have to be that tough just to survive a regular game. That should never be the norm.
Lobo and Ryan Ruocco was on the air last night speaking about this game, and I'm here to tell you they was super duper mad, bruh. Let's pull it up right now. Articles has come out about Rebecca Lobo unloading on the WNBA referees, literally counting the fouls out on TV. That's a foul, that's a foul, that's a foul. Guys, this thing is getting spooky, and I'm here to tell you, it's going to keep getting spooky, man, until Kathy.
The noise around this isn't just growing, it's boiling over. Fans are flooding social media with viral clips of missed calls. Media outlets are finally asking tough questions, and coaches are visibly losing patience. But it was Paige Bueckers who truly broke through. After a high-profile matchup, she used her spotlight to speak out instead of playing it safe. She could have focused on her own performance and moved on, but she didn't. She saw the injustice and called it out. That's not just courage, that's leadership. And it's exactly what the league needs more of right now.
How the F is someone supposed to score when this is what is being allowed to happen to Caitlin Clark on the regular? How the F is this defense? Is this the WNBA or NFL? Look, hold on now. NFL? What kind of defense is?
Paige's impact can't be overstated. She's been in the spotlight. She understands the pressure. And she knows what real, fair officiating looks like. That's why her words carry so much weight. She's made it clear, what's happening to Caitlin Clark isn't right. And when players start speaking out, real change becomes possible. The evidence is on tape. The outrage is growing. The truth is out there for everyone to see. When players, commentators, and fans are all sounding the alarm, the league has a choice to make. The only question now is, will the WNBA finally act?
This is called defense. The Indiana Fever won by 17 points last night. 17. And this is how they played defense against Caitlin Clark all night. Jordan Canada, career game. Over 30 points. She had 6 made threes in the first half. She played defense like this on Caitlin Clark all night, despite the fact that Caitlin Clark played limited minutes. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and helping lead her team to a 17-point win. This is how they played defense on her all night.
Because this is no longer just about Caitlin Clark, it's about the future of the sport itself. It's about protecting talent, rewarding skill over physicality, and ensuring that the game's brightest stars can play with freedom and safety. The fact that it took a rookie to finally break the silence is both inspiring and deeply concerning. Inspiring because it took real courage to speak up. Alarming because it should never have taken this long for someone to say what's been obvious all along.
Like, there are people around this league, including people heavily involved in the league, that don't know the sport of basketball. Like, there's a big difference between physical play and hacking. And just going around hacking people. Like, that's not physical play. That's fouling. There's a difference. Do you want to know what physical play is? Physical play is, allowing both post players to bang in. But if the fouls start, knocking them out, if the foul causes a travel, or if the foul ends up moving them a bit too much, or the foul, hits them in the arm, yeah, it's free throws. But, you are allowed shove guards, but post players, literally, everything post players do is a foul. For some reason, they are super soft on post players.